We must wake up, Africans. We must think about our situations. How did we get here? Are we willing to let France continue to loot from us for how long? Are we willing to continue, the colonizers, to continue to colonize us? Because the truth of the matter is, all of them have never left Africa. They are still very active in Africa. But they throw you stupid little issues. And because of our colonized minds, because of our minds suffering from slavery, we just follow. We refuse to think. And I'm going to take it home a little bit here. How many times, some of you continental Africans, I was talking about a guy. Oh yeah, are there a lot of, this one happened to be Zimbabweans. Are there a lot of Zimbabweans in town? Oh, no, I don't mix with Zimbabweans. Can I get an amen? Amen. How many times have you gone to Africa, you as a continental African, you sit in a restaurant to order something, and our Caucasian brothers and sisters happen to walk in. You see how quickly our own brothers and sisters abandon us to run to wait on our Caucasian brothers and sisters. So yes, we have issues with France. Yes, we have issues with the former colonizers. But also, yes, we have issues of the mind. And here is where the real battle must be fought. And until we wake up and have a serious conversation with the image in the mirror, nothing, zero, zouch is going to change in Africa, and nothing is going to change our circumstances. So we must wake up and be very realistic about who we are and have a serious conversation with the image in the mirror. And ask yourself some very hard questions. Am I colonized? Am I suffering from the legacy of slavery? And if so, how do I remove the shackles of the mind? And that's for you to deal with on an individual basis. Nobody can fight that battle for you. No amount of education can assist you with that. The question is, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? 1963, our Pan-African leaders come together to undo the boundaries imposed upon us by the Berlin Conference. Sadly, when they went to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, they were divided. We had the Casablanca group, who were the Pan-Africanists and said, Africa for the Africans, African Union now. That was Ghana, Guinea, Mali, Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. The rest of the 25 other countries, they were the nationalists. They said, let's go slow. So they won. We often say in 1963, when the Casablanca group lost, Africa lost. 55 years later, we are still going slow. But all is not lost, my brothers and sisters. Last year, March in Kigali, finally, the African heads of states come together and say, enough is enough. This insanity cannot and must not continue. So they signed and agreed on what we are now calling the African Continental Free Trade Area. 52 African countries, 52 African heads of states signed on this. And after the leaders agreed on that, they then have to go back to their countries and put this decision through their parliament. We call that ratification. Out of the 52, they only needed 22 countries to ratify. But I have to tell you, the world never thought it was going to happen. There were some, they told me personally, Ambassador, this CFTA, it's going to be a piece of paper in a drawer. Ratifications, they take years, This is never going to happen. Where there's a will, there's a way. March 2018, the heads of states agreed on the decision of the African Continental Free Trade Area. March 2019, exactly 12 months later, the 22nd ratification was deposited to the African Union. Hallelujah! May 30th, this month, implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area begins. Also last year was an amazing year, and we must give credit where credit is due. The heads of states came together again, 2018, for the African Continental Free Trade Area to succeed. The children of Africa must be free to move and live and work where they choose on the continent. They signed what they call the Protocols for the Free Movement of People. And even as we are going through the process of ratifications, many countries, over 40 countries in Africa now, the heads of states are loosening their. So as I stand here, I want all of you to know that what you have been hearing about Africa, take off those lenses that are jaundiced. Take off those lenses that are old. Let's look for the lenses that makes you look at your Africa with 2020 vision. It is a new day in Africa. Yeah. And I am not mincing my words. The reality is, the rest of the world could disappear. If we can just be left with the United States of America and Africa, we're going to be all right. Because everything the United States needs can be found in Africa, and everything Africa needs can be found in the United States. So I am a woman on a mission. United States, whether the United States likes it or not, United States shall be the best friend Africa has. Whether we like it or not, Africa and the United States are married. This is a relationship that must thrive. It's a relationship that will have not only many children, but many, many beautiful children. And for that to happen, we must understand each other. The misunderstandings of yesteryear must be gone. We need to realize that our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they automatically come to the negotiating table on a high horse, feeling superior. That has got to change. And we too, as black people, we come to the negotiating table feeling inferior, automatically beaten down. That too has got to change. We are running parallel to each other. If we are going to be married, there is no conversation running parallel. My Caucasian brothers and sisters, please get off your high horse, come down. And we need to realize we're just as good as anybody else. Let's rise up. And somewhere in the middle is the where we meet. And it is in the middle that we are going to have serious, meaningful conversation that's going to make this marriage be what this marriage is supposed to be. I'm on a mission. And I have no doubt in my mind that together, looking at our Africa with clear vision, understanding the purpose, realizing that we have vacated a very important place that belongs to Africa, and agreeing that we must take Africa to that place and let Africa occupy her place. It is then, and only then, can we demand our respect. as black people, no one is going to give us our respect. God, take it. And allow me to give it to you men. Because you, as black men, you have let us down as your wives. You have let us down as your sons and daughters. What have you done to fix this? Nothing. What have you black men done to fix this? Nothing. Well, we're putting you in check as black women. You fix this or we're taking over. Let me conclude by sharing with you a story about one woman called Nanaya Asantua. She was the gatekeeper of the Ashanti gold stool. The British governor in the 1900s, after they had beaten up the kingdom, arresting and putting all the kings and chiefs in exile in Mauritius. The Ashanti king was already locked up in Mauritius. They were now going after this stool. Because you see, you got to understand the spirit of the Ashanti rests in that stool. So when you take that golden stool, you are taking the spirit of the Ashantis. They were going to take the stool to England. So the Ashanti men, they caved in. They went to the governor and said, well, if we give you the stool, can you bring back the king? So that was getting ready to happen. They were getting ready to sell the soul of the Ashanti people. But Nanaya Asandua would not have it. She told the men, is it that the strength of the Ashanti men is normal? Is it that we, the Ashanti women, are standing here defenseless? She says, the stool is not going anywhere. And if you men do not fight to defend this stool, me and my fellow women shall take up arms, and we will fight till the last one of us is gone. So she shamed